which really made me happy that there was someone who would always support me.
Whenever we talk about board exams, everyone, be it your relatives, family members, neighbors, everyone is ready to ask what was your percentage, what was your marks, how did you prepare?
Do you find any subject challenging or something you are confident in? How do you tackle both of those? I saw that there was a specific subject where I got lower marks than the.
Welcome to DPS Podcast.
I am Soumyam Vatsa.
And I'm Shruti Jadhav.
We are students of grade 10 preparing for our CBSE examinations.
Well, when it comes to examination, there are feelings of anxiety, stress, nervousness, and a lot of things to handle with. So, today we both sit here to drive and discuss on these topics to help both of us go for our examinations. So, let us ask my fellow friends his first question. Well, as I said about nervousness and feelings of anxiety, how was your take upon these things?
Well, my take was really simple because I had a person to talk to. It was my mom. And she always gave me confidence that you are doing great and you will do good. So don't be nervous, be confident, you have prepared enough, you will do good. So it was not really a big deal for me. I had my mother who would console me at times. So, how did you tackle the nervousness that we felt during this moment, like this time?
Yeah, so as you mentioned about your mother, having someone, a loved one to talk with is a really important during your preparation. For me, it goes the same thing. I had my mom who would always come with a cup of coffee during my study sessions. She would bring coffee for me as well. Then we used to have a chit chat session, short, like 5 to 10 minutes. That would refresh my mind. And whenever I'm back to studying, it gives me a fresh start. So, yeah, that's what really works. And I hope it works for everyone too.
I completely agree with you. That's what I did with my mother as well. It was nice to have a little short talk in between my study breaks with her, which really made me happy that there was someone who would always support me. Well, before starting, please give me a little introduction about yourself and what exam are you preparing for?
So, well, as I already mentioned about, I'm Shruti Jadhav, and this year I will be giving my first board examination for 2025 grade 10. As everyone knows, giving boards examination is such a taboo in our society. Whenever we talk about board exams, everyone, be it your relatives, family members, neighbors, everyone is ready to ask what was your percentage, what was your marks, how did you prepare? So, doing and preparing for boards is such a pressurizing topic. So, yeah.
Well, I would agree with you as well, but I'm Soumyam Vatsa and I'm also preparing for my CBSE examinations. Now, how are your preparation going for the upcoming exam, which is this Saturday?
Well, talking about preparations, I am good at doing my preparations. I've always been a quite good academic student since my childhood. And talking about preparation, since our session started from the June in 2024, I had focused myself completing my syllabus as soon as possible so that I get ample of time for practicing questions and doing sample papers and stuff. So yeah, as I mentioned, my syllabus was already completed before Diwali, mid-November, and then since then till today, I have been solving lots of sample paper, previous year questions, and that's what I think is major thing. This year students are most of confident about solving their concepts, clearing their concept. But at the end, when you sit in the exam hall, questions are what you'll be facing, right? You have to write answers, be it even if your concepts are clear, you need to know how to write answers in your exam. And I guess that's the issue most of the students feel. They are clear with the concept, but still they are not able to write answers. What is your take on that?
Well, I would completely agree, but the concept part, I would agree with most of the student because I don't want to study if I don't get the concept. Well, I agree with you that we should solve questions because that is how they judge us.
Yeah.
I would completely agree with you. Well, we know everybody is preparing right now. So why don't we help them? Like, how do you prepare subject wise? How are we preparing subject wise? Do you find any subject challenging or something you are confident in? How do you tackle both of those?
Well, when it comes to subject wise strategies, I was clear about what I'm going to do in my grade 10. See, I was really very weak in my mathematics, but when it comes to science, I was quite good at it. So, Starting from the session, I started practicing mathematics each and every day, but I was done with my syllabus of mathematics more than all the subjects. Now, when it came to science and literature subjects, these are subjects I find quite easy to do. And then, yeah, that was my strategy wise. First, I completed mathematics, then moving to subjects I like science and literature. Talking about SST, SST has a vast syllabus. You know, you got 28 chapters to complete, and there's lot of bifurcations and factual data to remember. So, for SST, I think practice is what makes you perfect. There's nothing to worry about in SST.
I completely agree with you. But for me as well, what I did was I saw my exam papers of pre-board 1 and pre-board 2. I saw that there was a specific subject where I got lower marks than the rest. So what I did was complete the subject that I got lower marks in, the topics that I did not like. For in social, I did not ever like geography. I had a really hard time studying it. Like you said, there are so much information we have to
Yeah.
remember. So I did it first so that I won't have problem doing at the end because I don't like doing things in moment. So, well, this is how I did it. But for most, it may be different. But I do things that I don't like first and leave what I like for the last because I would be more efficient in those. Well, as you said at the start, people feel nervous and all that anxiety. Who was the most supportive member of your family?
Well, when it comes to support system, I guess everyone's family is their biggest support system. There's no one like your family, how they support you, how they guide you, how they help you in your hard times. Like, let me share you an incident. Yesterday, my father had to go for his one of his meeting. He was supposed to go to India. His meeting was about to be around 5 to 6 days. He cancelled his tour just because my exams were approaching. So I found that very heartwarming. He cancelled his official meetings just because I had my examinations. So thanks to all our parents who sacrifice so much just for their children's.
I
Yeah.
completely agree with you on that topic. Well, for me, it was my mother because my father he has gone out to India, so he's not here right now. So he'll come back soon. So during this moment, my mother talking with her made me really confident in myself. I was so happy she was always there for me. I could talk to her. I could to her about what should I do. Am I doing something wrong? She gave me so much confidence. I'm so really thankful for my mother for being there for me. So I would say she's my most supportive family member right now.
Yeah, parents do a lot for their children's. Well, as we were discussing, you mentioned about your examinations. So, do you think pre-board marks or pre-board examinations really matter for your final board examinations?
No, I don't think those matter because at the end, what you do on the exam day matters the most.
Mm.
Because it is not like what we did in pre board will be presented in our CBSE examinations. So what we should do is we should focus on the CBSE examinations because that is what we have to do and that is the marks that will obtain. The
Yeah.
pre-board marks is a phase that we have to go through. We have to do it anyway. It is our practice questions. What do you think about that?
Yeah, my approach would be the same thing. But most of the students, they are really tensed about their pre-boards examinations. Since most of the students also have not completed their syllabus before their pre-boards, and then they really get tensed when they get low marks in pre-boards. I have searched, like found millions and tons of videos on YouTube telling you to prepare hard for your pre-boards. But then when I gave my pre-boards, I found it pretty easy. I do think that pre-board marks is just your practice and it doesn't really matter in your finals. Yeah.
Well, I won't agree with the one thing that you don't have to practice for your pre-board examinations because practice is needed. It is good because it will help us in the end. Throughout the year, whatever we have practiced, it will help us.
Yeah,
So
that's all
what
to
do
do
you think
with.
about it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right.
practice is something, people today strive for perfection. Like they want to be perfect. Like completing one subject, I want to be perfect in this. When whatever question comes, I'll be perfect. But perfection is just a mythical term. There's nothing about perfection. It's all about practice. however you practice, it will help you at the end result. And if you have practiced thoroughly, surely the results will show you at the end. So
Yes, I
I guess,
completely agree with you.
yeah.
That's really nice. So, we have completed the preparation, how we are doing, how we tackle our nervousness, who supports us, how we tackle them, our best subject, our worst subject. So, in the end, after 10th boards, what is your future goals?
Well, that's the most common question everyone has been asking me about my future goals. But when I come talk about truly, I don't have any future plans. Be franking, not hiding anything. See, I think it needs time for you to understand what are your future goals, identify your key aspects, what are you good at. And I think I would need much time to think about that. For a current moment, my most probable focus would be clearing my board exam. And I guess after clearing the examinations, I have ample of time to search for the things that I'm good at and searching for resources in future. What is your take? What are your future
Well, I
goals?
completely agree with you. This is what I talked with my mother before as well. That I will see what I want to become. I'll study right now, but I'll find out what I want to be. We'll see whether I become a doctor, engineer, or whatever I want. I will see what I will decide. So let's see what happens in the future. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for being with us.
That's the end of our conversation.
Thank
And
you.
thank you.